Hey everybody. Um, I'm going to try the best way I can not to use a lot of profanity in the video that you are about to watch. I know that it offends people, and I'm going to do the best that I can, but here we go. I've been listening to some Christian talk shows today. And don't get me wrong, do not think that I'm going after all Christians, because I am not. I do have some subscribers that are Christian, and they're real. They don't judge me for some of the opinions that I may or may not have. A lot of them, like me, are trying to get the word out on some of the things that they feel very strongly about. I'm not worried about how I look on this camera. I'm not worried about showing any kind of emotion. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to speak my mind, because unlike a lot of people on YouTube that have fans and have talk shows and are, trying to get up a friends list in the thousands, that's not me. I'm not all about that, and if nobody watches this video, that's fine, but I'm going to say my piece about it, and I'm going to be real. I've been listening to some talk shows today where there's these quote-unquote Christians going around talking about how this is God's wrath, that there's people in Japan, that Japan is a predominantly atheist country, and they deserve what's happening to them. Oh yeah, they deserve a tsunami wiping them out and killing probably hundreds of thousands of people. They deserve the nuclear meltdowns. Well, let me enlighten you on something, you stupid people that buy into this garbage. And I'm sorry if I'm yelling, and I'm sorry if I seem to be getting outright. You know what? Sometimes rage is justified. I am so mad right now. I can't even describe to you. I'm shaking. I'm so mad. I'm getting so sick of hearing this. That a God that loves his children and cares about humanity would ever cause something like this. Now, this isn't caused by a God. All you people pointing your fingers, see what happens when you point your finger? You got far more pointing back at you. You want to blame somebody for everything that's going on right now. You want to blame somebody for the nuclear meltdowns. Don't blame God. This is not caused by a God. You want to know what the truth is? It's our fault. It's our fault. We didn't research what nuclear power plants, the fuel they run on. We didn't research the risk. We just take for granted that somebody talks us into this mess, and we just go along with it because it's safe. I never bought into that. Ever, ever, ever. After Chernobyl happened, I'm scared to death of nuclear power plants. I don't want to live anywhere near them, but guess what I do? And they always build them on a fault line. Always build them on a fault line. Why is that? Does anybody ever think about that? God didn't build the power plants on the fault line. Okay? God didn't have anything to do with it. And if I happen to be wrong, and this is God's wrath, who in the hell would ever justify that? Battle God like that? Never. Never. No. No. That's a Band-Aid. That is a way of justifying. It's a way of justifying things that we have no control of, and using God as an excuse. You know what? You people need to stop spreading that garbage, because it's not true. It's not true. And who would ever worship a God that cruel and vindictive and sick? Because let me tell you something. In my opinion, a God that would do his creation like that is sick, and I want no part of it. I want no part of anyone who believes that way. That is sick, that is twisted, and that is wrong. And you know what? I don't have to turn anybody against Christianity. You're doing it with comments like that. I don't have to say a thing. I'm one person. I am one person. When you're going around talking that garbage, I know there's a lot of people like me, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people who happen to be Christian who don't believe that either, because you need a lobotomy to believe that. And if you don't need a lobotomy to believe that, maybe your God is sick. And maybe if I'm wrong and there is a God, and he did cause all this, maybe there's a reason why, if the story is true, that Satan gave God a big screw you and took 1/3 of the angels with him. I don't blame him. Worship a God like that would ever cause the suffering that's going on in Japan, on a creation that he claims to love. Man, you people are sick. That is sick. That is twisted. It's disgusting, and I'm sick of hearing it. If it's anybody's fault, it's the corporations for lying about the risk, and it's us for not doing our homework. Not a God. So don't give me that garbage, and I'm tired of hearing it. And like I say, I don't have talk shows. I don't worry about fans. I don't suppress what I say, because I don't say it unless I believe it, and I believe in it. And if I'm not willing to stand behind what I say, I'm free. I'm truly free. And this is sickening, and it's disgusting. And I wish you Bible-thumping fakes out there that really believe that a God would do this to his own creations. I wish you'd just shut up, because you know what? People are getting sick of hearing it. Stop lying to people. If you want to believe that, you and your little followers go off on some island and preach that shit. Oh, sorry. I did exactly what I wasn't going to do. Sorry. I can't help it. I can't help it. That is disgusting. That is the most disgusting excuse I've ever heard, that a God would bring this on innocent people. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves tsunamis. Nobody deserves floods, and nobody deserves nuclear meltdown. How dare you spread that garbage? How dare you? You're sick and you're twisted, and you need to shut up. And if that's the kind of God you serve, I want no part of it. I'm done. Sorry.